Have you ever wondered how many dimensions hell is in many religions? This issue, which is not even a subject of research but rather curiosity, was actually addressed in a book by a scientist thousands of years ago. During the early Renaissance period, despite the rejection of science, many claims were made. Dante's Divine Comedy, which we all know well, is considered the most famous literary work that attempts to define hell with religious references, according to modern historians. The depictions of hell inspired by Dante not only provide us with foresight but also make us contemplate. Galileo, the father of modern astrophysics, took this a step further and attempted to calculate the size of the depicted hell and determine how many people could fit in it. Do you think hell is large enough for all sinners? Yes, discussing this can be a sensitive topic for many people. However, let's have a little brainstorming session with the information provided by science. Dante Alighieri, as we know, vividly and colorfully depicts the image of hell in his literary works as if he had truly been there. So much so that many researchers and scholars have been studying hell since the 1320s to define it. In fact, these drawings by Dante represent a dream universe he created. However, many researchers have not been able to grasp this. Scientific studies and works inspired by religious texts, including the Bible, received support during the Renaissance period. Thus, the Catholic Church, in 1588, asked Galileo Galilei to use his mathematical expertise to calculate the dimensions of hell based on Dante's drawings. Despite being only 24 years old at the time, Galileo was an incredible scientist. Some historians consider him the smartest person of the 16th century. When we look at the ring that narrows downwards, the widening of the ring increases the ferocity of hell. As written in the book of Revelation, even the most despicable people on earth, including the Roman soldier who killed Jesus, were sent to the last ring. Revelation 19 verse 34, the first ring contains the religious deniers, the second contains the lustful, the third contains the greedy, the fourth contains the hoarders and squanderers, the fifth contains the constantly angry, the sixth contains the perverted, the seventh contains those who inflict violence on others, the eighth contains the fraudsters, and the last ring contains those who betray their family, friends, and surroundings. Christian literature depicts hell as a cone. This cone shape, which we can also see in Dante's artworks, has gradually formed over time. Galileo tried to see the world through the eyes of the poet's fantastic dream universe before discussing it and examined his works as much as possible. Although he was not the first person to attempt to measure the dimensions of hell, he was the first to claim that the depicted hell had its own unique set of physical dimensions. By using Jerusalem as the center of the earth, Galileo determined a distance of 2,700 kilometers between the city of Cuma in Italy and Jerusalem. He also found the diameter of the cone-shaped hell to be 5,550 kilometers. As these cylinders took on a cone shape as they descended towards the Earth's core, based on the laws of physics, they would collapse under their own weight. Galileo made many calculations and pondered to determine the size and surroundings of hell, but he discovered that the same problem existed in all of them. It is known that he stated there is a significant difference between the real world and the other world, and that all thinkers, including himself, were ignorant of the workings of the real-world structures. His attempts to calculate the size of hell played a significant role in incorporating many physics laws that are still in effect today into our lives. With these efforts, he made significant progress in the field of physics and gained more recognition. Galileo, who paved the way for the birth of modern physics, exemplified these errors in his book Two New Sciences in 1638 by laying the foundations of mechanics. According to Islam, hell will never be filled, and it is explained in Surah Qaf, verse 30, "On the day we will say to hell, have you been filled? And it will say, are there any more?